Bonjour, everybody. I'm wearing a fancy hat today and a very pretty scarf because today we are going to talk about a romance book for young adults that takes place in the romantic city of Paris. Now, I absolutely wish that I could admit to you guys that I have read this book and read it a million times, but last week was the first time I ever picked it up. It has been on my radar for a very long time, and I finally had an excuse to read it. And I was not disappointed. It made me really want to go back to Paris, because I've been, and it was kind of one of those trips down memory lane for me. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it and try and encourage you guys to read it because it is actually very, very good. So we have Anna and the French Kiss, which is probably one of the biggest staples in literature, specifically for young women. They call it chick lit, which is kind of like the romance comedies or rom-coms in the media and film world. So this book is about 370 pages. I borrowed it from my public library because my public library is awesome. And it is honestly one of those just really enjoyable reads. So I think that you guys will really get a kick out of it, especially if you like things that are a little bit on the romancy side. And if you don't know what I mean, well, here is a little taste of it. Suddenly, I want to touch him. Not just a push or a shove or even a friendly hug. I want to feel the creases in his skin, connect his freckles with invisible lines, and brush my fingers across the inside of his wrist. He shifts. I have the strangest feeling that he's as aware of me as I am of him, and I can't concentrate. St. Clair coughs and shifts again. His leg brushes against mine, and it stays there. I'm paralyzed. I should move it. It feels too unnatural. How can he not notice his leg is touching my leg? From the corner of my eye, I see the profile of his chin and his nose, and, oh dear God, the curve of his lips. I bore my eyes to the screen, trying my best to prove that I am really interested in this movie. St. Clair stiffens, but he doesn't move his leg. Again, another glance. This time I turn automatically. Just as he's turning away, it's a dance. Now there's a feeling in the air, like one of us should say something. Focus, Anna, focus. Do you like it? I whisper. He pauses. The film? I'm thankful the shadows hide my blush. I like it very much, he says. I risk a glance, and St. Clair stares back, deeply. He has not looked at me like this before. I turn away first and feel him turn a few beats later. I know he is smiling, and my heart aches. So, Anna is a girl who is sent to a boarding school in Paris by her father, mostly her father, who is a best-selling author. All Anne wants is to, of course, stay in her city of Atlanta, where she has her best friend and a crush that could be something more, and she's looking forward to going to college, hopefully in California, where she can become a very famous female film critic. So, she goes to the American School of Paris, where she befriends a young man who is called St. Clair, because he has a very French-sounding name. He's actually got a British accent, so kudos there to all you girls out there who swoon over British actors and their fancy voices. So she learns to make the best of her situation, and she ends up falling in love with this guy who has a girlfriend and becomes one of her best friends. So it is up to her whether or not she's willing to risk losing his friendship, or if he secretly also thinks of her in the same way. So go ahead and pick yourselves up a copy of Anna and the French Kiss if you have never read it before, because you should. You absolutely should. It's, again, one of those books that you read if you really want to get a sense of, you know, what chick lit really is for young adults. So, have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all soon. Bye.